channel. At home and abroad, challenges are everywhere. The economy underperforms its neighbours, and the potential of a fast-growing population is undermined by a lack of skills.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up on the Arts Hour with me, Nikki Beattie, we're celebrating a host of filmmakers and stars who've all had Oscar nominations this year. British director Christopher Nolan talked to me about Oppenheimer. The Indigenous American actor Lily Gladstone on her character in Killers of the Flower Moon. And star of American fiction Jeffrey Wright. Also, the extraordinary Emma Stone on why audiences adore Bella Baxter. Coleman Domingo on his nomination for Rustin. We hear from the Holdovers, Davine Joy Randolph, and German star Sandra Hüller on receiving 2 nominations for different films. We also have the French director of Anatomy of a Fall, Justine Triet, Turkish-German director of The Teacher's Lounge, Ilke Çatak, Korean-Canadian director Celine Song on Past Lives, and Spanish filmmaker J.A. Bayona on his film Society of the Snow. All that cinetastic joy coming up on the Arts Hour.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. The Prime Minister of Haiti, Ariel Henry, has called for calm and a return to stability in the Caribbean nation as he announced his resignation. He's been stuck in Puerto Rico, unable to return. Will Grant reports.
The Biden administration had initially wanted to see Mr. Henry return to Haiti to resign, but the ferocity of the fighting in the country has changed minds in Washington in recent days. Without the support of either the US State Department or his neighbours, it was clear that Mr. Henry had no alternative but to stand down. His decision was confirmed by the President of Guyana, and he reportedly spoke by telephone with the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken too. Ariel Henry took power as a supposedly interim leader following the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021. But as elections were constantly postponed or cancelled, gangs opposed to his rule have lined up against him and made the most of his recent trip to Kenya to force him from power.
A ship loaded with 200 tons of humanitarian aid has left Cyprus. Quentin Somerville reports from Larnaca.
The Spanish ship, the Open Arms, left Larnaca port just before 9 in the morning local time. It's towing a barge with 200 tons of desperately needed food supplies for Gaza. The journey time could take as long as 2 days. Gaza has no functioning port, so the charity behind the mission, World Central Kitchen, is building a jetty to receive it. It plans to distribute the aid across its network of 60 kitchens in the Strip. Gaza is on the brink of famine, the UN warns. If the Open Arms successfully docks in Gaza, then other ships will follow as part of a European and UAE maritime effort to get more aid into Gaza.
The BBC has seen evidence that medical staff were detained, beaten and prevented from carrying out their duties when Israeli forces overran the Nasser hospital in Gaza last month. The Israeli army said it found weapons in the hospital belonging to Hamas, which supported accounts from Israeli hostages that they'd been held there. Thailand's election commission says it will ask the Constitutional Court to dissolve the political party that won the most votes in last year's general election. The Move Forward party had wanted to amend the law that protects the monarchy from criticism. Mickey Bristow reports.
In Thailand, offending the king can result in 15 years in jail. Some argue that the law is being misused to silence legitimate criticism of Thailand's conservative political establishment. And in the last election, the Move Forward party suggested amending the law. The Constitutional Court has already ruled that the party breached the rules by even suggesting this change. Now the Election Commission is using this ruling as justification to ask for the party to be dissolved. Blocked from forming a government, Move Forward might now be disbanded.
You're listening to the latest world news from the BBC. The Lebanese Islamist group Hezbollah says it's launched more than 100 rockets at Israeli military positions in retaliation for an Israeli strike on Monday. There are no reports of casualties. One person was killed in the Israeli strikes, which targeted areas around the eastern Lebanese city of Baalbek, a Hezbollah stronghold. The Iranian-backed group and Israel have exchanged near-daily fire since the war in Gaza began last October. A court in Germany is hearing an appeal by the far-right AfD party against a decision that said it could be classified as an extremist movement. The case could have serious repercussions. if the court accepts the classification, initially made by the intelligence agencies and later approved by a lower court, it could even lead to AFD being banned. Australia has released its first climate risk assessment detailing how rising temperatures could affect national security, the food supply and the financial sector. Phil Mercer reports.
Global warming will continue to change how Australians live and work. The country's first climate risk assessment predicts that Australia's military and emergency services will become increasingly stretched responding to bushfires and floods. It warns that the health service will be confronted by new communicable diseases. There'll also be pressure on the economy as well as agriculture, where more extreme conditions will threaten crops and disrupt supply chains.
The British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has said that the UK needs to build new gas plants to ensure energy security. His government has said it expects more of Britain's energy to come from renewable sources, but warned that these cannot be relied upon completely. Critics, however, called the announcement backward-looking and say it could threaten Britain's commitment to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050. That was the World News from the BBC, with me, Emily Thomas.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life. Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You're stressed out. Tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life. Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about Sendwave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Rohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life. Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You're stressed out. Tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Are you ready to turn it up? Sit back, relax.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. We don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And I sabi you know, just have fun and stay blessed.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile. If you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Let me take this opportunity to say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. I want to welcome you all to the Tuesday edition of the morning show. Today is the 12th day of March, the year 2024. So far, so good. We're teetering along nicely. And wherever you are this morning, listening or watching me, yes, I want to salute you because I thank God that you are still alive. I'm well and kicking. And I know that you are same as well. So wherever you are, once again, welcome to the program. From now till 12 o'clock, where I'm going to be your captain, saying to everything, as I did say, thank you very much for all those who were supporting me during the couple of almost 2 weeks when I was down and out. Yeah. But by the grace of God, I'm doing much better. That's why I'm able to do that. But we are easing in gradually. Yes. So from now till 12 o'clock, I'm going to be here with you, making sure everything that you need to know, I deliver on it for you. Okay. So do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our page. And let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Gaye, Mr. Olaimi Koike, good morning to you. And to Mr. Frank Davids, good morning to you, back in town. To also Felix all the way in Aberdeen, Kojode, good morning. Anthony Adedeji Aziz, good morning to you. Bishop Adeshina, massive good morning. It's been quite a while, and I hope you are all doing very, very well. And your colleagues at the RBS office in Lagos, Nigeria, I salute you. Shamsuddin, hey, long time no here. Entertain all the way in Moscow, my special envoy. I salute you as well, and I say good morning. Yes. So share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. Exactly at I'm going to kick off by way program outline. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast is going to follow suit. Then the travel update will continue from then. We'll look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe, which is known as what? Global Trotting. Then after that, bring in some music. And then we'll be bringing you all the details of the other, the details of the stories that is going round across the globe. As I say, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, it's making the headlines. For sure, I'm going to be touching on that as well. But you can do me a massive favor by sharing the broadcast there with me. Then at 11:30, the lines are open. If you want to hop in, you want to type, you want to share something with us, feel free to do so. I promise you one thing for sure, that I'm going to read that. Then, after which we continue by looking at some of the other stories there. And this time round pertaining to where you are listening to me from. At 12 o'clock, we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. But this afternoon, exactly at 1:30, we'll be having BB Clement on BB Means Business, and I want you to be part of it as well. But wherever you are, once again, massive welcome. This is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We are on the social media platforms, are broadcasting live, so wherever you are, just do me the favor, just share it with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well. So, the quote for the day says, if success were to be by luck, then luck would have reduced successful living to a gamble. But you have to deliberately plan. That is why I was talking to one of my youth and I was saying that you have to have a plan that you can present to God and say, God, this is my plan. But that is where most people, when I say most people, you got it? Yes, sir. We come to God and we don't have any plan and we believe that God will have to. He said, bring your plans, present your plans to me, and then I'll cause them to be established. So what about that? So you have to plan. You have to plan. You should have a plan. Yes, definitely. You need to do that to make sure that you have something to present to God. What about that? Okay. Now let's move on straight to some of the to the weather front. This morning it was raining like how did I say it? Cat and dogs. So badly, and then I remember I would come in and then some big truck decided to splash some water on. Oh gosh, you know what? Yeah, but whatever it is, maybe where you are, there is no rain and everything seems to be panning out nicely. What about that? Let me tell you what is happening here in London and the southeastern part of England. Well. And this afternoon, a few lingering patches of rain at first, but it will soon clear to the east to leave largely dry and overcast conditions. A breezy and mild afternoon expected. Now, this evening will be cloudy with just a small chance of light rain. It's going to be turning dry for all tonight with cloudy skies for most, but a few clear intervals are possible towards dawn. It's going to be mild. Temperature is going to be 13 degrees. The lower is going to be 11 degrees. UV level is going to be low. Pollution is going to be low as well. Sunset is going to be at 18:01 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 06:20 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's go to the roads and let me tell you what is happening on your travels this morning as well. Yes, pertaining to the weather as well. And there was an announcement about the M25 this weekend from 9 p.m. Friday. Yes, you junction 10 to 11 M25 will be shut. Okay, so that is from Friday to I think Sunday late night. Yeah, but check before you leave. Okay, but for today, for those of you in London, well, traveling or using the underground, Piccadilly line has got a part suspension and severe delays. No service between Acton Town and King's Cross, St. Pancras, and severe delays on the rest of the line due to a signal failure at Chiswick Park. The London buses and Elizabeth line are accepting tickets on that front. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. London Overground is having a minor delay. I will tell you more details about that. But the London Tram Link has got minor delays due to an earlier road traffic collision at Lebanon Road. And then the London Overground, minor delays between Surrey Quays and New Cross due to an earlier customer incident at Surrey Quays. Good service on all other routes, overground routes as well, all other London Overground routes as well. Now, coming straight to the major routes in London, I can tell you Central London Red routes has got serious delays, and North Circular A406 serious delays as well. That aside, all the others have got no exceptional delays. If you can avoid them, do your best to do so that you can get to your appointment right on time. Also on the river bus as well, good service throughout. That brings us straight to the London Cable Car, which is also running a good service. At 10:36, the National Rail is also having a good mixed bag there. But let me tell you what is happening there. So, Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, Grand Central, Great Western Railway, Greater Anglia are running minor delays or experiencing minor delays. Now, Northern Rail, ScotRail, South Western Railway, Southern Thameslink, and Transport for Wales are also running minor delays. That aside, all the others are running a good service, so you can zoom through it like no man's business, or you can get to your destination in perfect peace. Okay, so now we're going to take a quick break. We come back and I'll bring you global trotting, what is happening from across the globe. So wherever you are, don't you touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, the Tuesday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You're stressed out. Tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time down to 20 minutes to the top of the hour. It is the Tuesday edition of the morning show. As I said earlier on, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well. Okay, yes, as I did say, yes, because of me now recouping, trying to get out of it, I will be finishing the program at 12 o'clock. Yes? Okay, but I make sure that I deliver on all the promises. I'm not going to be like the politician where they promise and they cannot deliver. I say I'm going to do it, and I can tell you, I'm going to touch on it. From archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, as I say, it's making the headlines. Why not? Let's touch on it. Okay. Samson, good morning. Hey, Rachel. I hope you are doing very, very well as well. I really, really hope you are doing well. It's been quite a while. Okay, let me say good morning to BB Clement. She will be coming your way this afternoon exactly at 1:30 on BB Means Business. So, BB, a massive good morning to you there as well. Okay, now so let's go global trotting. What is happening from across the globe this morning? Starting from Nigeria, as we normally do. Now, Tinubu has begun probing of the CBN 30 trillion naira we'll tell you overdraft that they gave to it said it was released. I don't know whether it was given to the president then or the government at the time to use to do all stuff, or I don't know what the money was meant for. Now, MFLA awarded contracts to his wife. CBN official investigator is telling the court as well. So those are one of the things that we're going to be saying. And corrected server APC lose bid to stop Bayelsa governorship election petition tribunal. And power sector is in crisis, says minister. Now, when has the power sector in Nigeria not been in crisis? From donkeys here or before Abraham? It's been like that. I've not seen a time where Nigerians can say, okay, we've been there and we've used electricity from the national grid, not from the NEPA or I pass my neighbor. No, from the national grid. NEPA, that's NEPA, but not from your I pass my neighbor, using your own generators and plants. And now that people have also got solar panels fixed on their buildings to use them. But the question is, if the minister is saying that the power sector is in crisis, then that means it's quite serious than we've earlier on envisaged. But what do you think about that? And then Buhari allows Tinubu and says Nigeria is complex to govern. So that means he was not, he was sitting on a pressure cooker, and he was struggling, but he decided, let's get on with it. And now that it's out of the way, he said that, well, Nigeria is very complex to govern. So what is the way forward for them? Why didn't he say something? Why was it? I will leave all those things for later time during the course of the program. Now, one of the menaces that has bedeviled Nigeria is the Fulani herdsmen menace, where farmers and herdsmen have clashed over and over again and everything that had gone on. But Tinubu is promising to fix farmers' herders' crisis in 3 weeks. Now, what magic stick has it got to shake or wind and then pull that peaceful resolution from? Now, if he had that brilliant idea, why didn't he implement it during the time that the former president, or when he was the chairman of the APC? Why didn't he see to that? Well. We're going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on, but it's all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, the former president, Buhari, decided to shut the borders of Nigeria, especially the bordering areas of the western part of Nigeria, that is bordering Benin. And what has happened is that now, because they were bringing rice from that point, because they've got a free port and all that stuff, so it brought prices of rice down. However, it was actually destroying the local market or the farmers who were involved in that. Okay. However, now we have a situation where, because of the food crisis and everything that is going on, then Kano or the northern gardeners are calling, or Kano governor is telling Tinubu to open the borders to address the food crisis. So they all understand that, well, that is also contributing to the crisis when it comes to the food shortage that Nigeria is facing at the moment. Now, do you want to invest in the oil sector in Nigeria? Maybe some of us who are yet to invest in that sector. Well, information coming through is saying that no one wants to invest in Nigeria's oil sector due to oil theft. The NNPCL has lamented and is seeking the EFCC help to tackle the menace. Now, who are the big hooks behind it? I don't own a ship. Okay? So these people who own ships, oil tankers. Well, what do you think about all that? More going to be coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. It's Islamic to seek peace with bandits. Tinubu can use me to negotiate kidnapped people's freedom. That's what Gumi is saying. Well, so Gumi has been speaking for all these groupies and all these. So we'll see. I'll bring you more from that front. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories making the rounds on the African continent as well, well, the Deputy Finance Minister in Ghana, John Kuma, has passed. Well, the wife is saying that it wasn't poisoned. Yesterday I was having a chat behind the scene chat with my producer, and he was of the view that, well, if they were alleged to have been poisoned when they went somewhere for a rally or whatever, and then maybe after that, that particular poisoning might have impacted him. But the wife is saying that he had an underlying ailment, and that is what might have taken his life, and not that he's been poisoned. And I'm going to tell you more about that. Rwanda's president agrees to meet Felix Tshisekedi over Eastern Congo crisis. And then South Africa's ruling ANC not likely to hold majority. That is what a survey is showing from South Africa. Let me say good morning to Mr. Ebenezer Hammond. It will be afternoon there. Good afternoon to you, Eben, all the way in Cape Town. I hope you are doing very, very well. And Libyan leaders agreed to form unified government that will supervise election. Now, when I look at them, I laugh. Well, if you live in a country where the country has got no debts, whether you like the government or you don't like the government, you were all given properties to live in. There were no homelessness, and you go to hospital for free, and you sit down for somebody to tell you that, you know what, yeah, that thing that is going on, yeah, it's not good. You have to call for democracy so that you can also have the chance of doing it. That the person who was there was being selfless, doing everything. And now we have such a community, that is a country that is broken beyond reasonable doubt. And when we talk about all these crossings from the Mediterranean and from Africa to Europe, all these menace that is going on, people losing their lives, it all stems from the fact that because of the unrest in Libya, that is what has caused it. Now, people will not agree with me. At times, they will even block me for saying that, or take my broadcast down for saying that. But let me tell you, it is true. It is true. There are lots of videos that I cannot put on here, but when people are talking about, some spokespersons are talking about what the Libyan leader then, Muammar Gaddafi, was planning to do for the African Union, the fact that he was advocating that, look, we're not going to be going to the Western countries or developed countries for loans, and that we're going to give ourselves the loans. I mean, Libya is going to see to, do all those things. And then they say, oh, he's done that, we need to attack, we need to kill. And then you have people who I will call decide to think that, yeah, it is a good thing that we do that. And now see your country. Well, hindsight is always interesting, isn't it? Okay, but now they decide that they have to come together for elections. And they think that election is going to bring about any good thing for you? Well. Ethiopia, PLF discussed ceasefire implementation. There are some stories making the rounds there. And then more kidnappings are feared as state body prepares. That is in Nigeria. Well, now moving on to other parts of the African continent. 2 persons sentenced to 10 years for stealing 360,000 Ghana cedis worth of home appliances. Okay, JB Killer's trial, Oslowusu's name pops up in court. What did she say about that, or what is she doing about that? Dampare has handled a number of successful by-election. CDD saying a civil society organization center for democratic development. Ghana says the current Inspector General placed Dr. George Kufu Dampare has held a number of successful by-elections under his tenure, and therefore they think that he'll be the right person to supervise the 2024 general elections. But what do you think about all that? More going to be coming your way from there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And no child of my womb will serve the country if poisoning allegation is not proved. Don Kuma's wife is saying, well, the problem, what would that bring about? That maybe genuinely he was poisoned? Well, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. All right. Let's now move on to other parts of the world as well. Now, Haiti is descending into proper chaos. I can tell you assuredly that the Haitian Prime Minister has resigned as law and order collapses. See, we try to create unrest, and then when we have the same people who have been captured or who have been caught up in that, trying to flee those countries to come to, we say, no, you can't come in. But we sit down and we watch what is happening. And at times we are there stalling or stoking the fire and doing everything. And when the bad times come, the people now say, hey, you can't come here. You have to stay there. Well, the Haitian Prime Minister has resigned. But would that actually restore peace in the country? That is another question on other people's mind, which I cannot tell you. Now, Ukraine-based fighters claim raids into Russia, and the Ukrainian sea drones hunting Russia's warship. Some of the stories making the rounds there as well. Congress to grill counsel who said Biden had poor memory. Okay, it's interesting. Has the man got a poor memory, or you think that he's sharp up there? Age catches up with us. Now, some people are fortunate to have their memory and intellect, everything intact. Some are like that. Okay, it slows down a bit, but they are there. Others are not like that. So the question is, at what point? But the interesting thing is that when it comes to countries like United States or some of these developed countries, it is not an individual that we're looking up to. It's the institutions which are, robust enough to fight and to see to it that things move the way they're supposed to be. Okay, so that seems to be what is happening in the US. So though the president might not be as sharp as he was, or might be some few years back, yet the system seems to be working. However, Congress is to grill a counsel who said Biden had poor memory. Poor memory of what? We'll be telling you more about that. Now, Boeing whistleblower found dead in U.S. Oh boy. What did he go to say? I'll be telling you more and more and more about that in a moment. So stay tuned. Don't you go away. It is Star Radio UK. Now, moving on straight to some of the other stories making the rounds here in the UK. Minister denies donors Diana Abbott remarks race-based. Now, a donor of the Conservative Party has gone on to say that saying Diana Abbott, I mean, he hates her, and because of her, he seems to hate, virtually hate black women in general, and that he needs to be shot. However, it's now after because the incident happened in the statement was made in 2019, and now has come out. So that's why I said that if you post comments and stuff like that, you all those things that you say, you have to be very, very careful of it, because at times we think that we've gotten rid of it, or maybe we just said it in the past. That's a way of coming back to come and bite you in the backside, and that seems to be what has happened here. But what do you think? Now, more than a fifth of adults not looking for work. Why? What are they doing? The UK's economic inactive rate was 21.8% from November to January, official figures show. And the UK must build new gas power plants or risk blackouts, minister warns. Hi, we're going to be having doomsaw here in the UK. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think that they have to now bring us, reduce the taxes on solar panels and stuff, and encourage individuals to have their own, generating their own form of electricity or power on that front. A lot more going to be coming your way from here. So coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 3 minutes to the top of the hour. And we are going to enjoy some music. This time around, it is from Edith Morrison. And what does she say? Or what is she saying there? It says the Lion of Judah. In the next few, how many days more? Call it another 16 days time. It will be in the Easter festivities. Yeah. So let's say we are in the month of Easter. Okay. Yeah. Some people are going to be talking about Easter eggs, but I'm not talking about Easter eggs. So enjoy this song, Lion of Judah from Edith Morrison.
We praise your name, Lion.
smartphone.
Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
The giver of light and life, and Jesus is his name. His kingdom goes beyond the whole world. He has won the battle against all our enemies. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Hallelujah.
It's your girl BB Clemens, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You're stressed out. Tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage, Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Possible you do, that is why you are Lord. The mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
The impossible you do, that is why you are Lord. The mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
The impossible you do,
the impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty things you do,
the mighty things you do, that is why you are mighty.
Greater things you do,
the greater things you do, that is why you are great.
All the
glory and honor to you.
Glory and honor to your name, the King of Kings. Glory and honor to your name, the Lord of Lords. Glory and honor to your name. You are Lord. Lord.
The impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty
things you do, that is why you are mighty. The greater things you do, that is why you are great.
All the glory
and honor to you.
The impossible you do,
the impossible you do, that is why you are Lord.
The mighty
things you do, that is why you are mighty.
The greater things you do,
the greater things you do, that is why you are great. All the glory and honor to you.
Your name is higher than other names, victorious in all your ways. In your name we overcome. You are Lord.
Your name is higher than other names,
glorious,
victorious in all your ways. In your name we overcome. You are
everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11 minutes past the top of the hour. 11 minutes past 11. It was a long musical break, wasn't it? Yes. There was some emergency that we needed to see to. That is why. But thank you very much for still staying on with me. So now let's kick it off by going straight to Nigeria to look at what is happening there, as I did say earlier on. Now, Senate President Godswill Akpabio yesterday inaugurated an ad hoc committee to investigate the 30 trillion naira Ways and Means advances released by the Central Bank of Nigeria to fund projects under former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. The fund, which passed through the National Assembly, was without details, despite the commitment of the executive to do so. Now, inaugurating the ad hoc committee, Akpabio urged members to be impartial, uncompromising, and confidential in handling the investigation. The inauguration of the committee followed the adopted resolution of the Senate Joint Committee on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions, Finance, National Planning, Agriculture, and Appropriations. Now, the Senate President said the 10th Senate believed in transparency, accountability, and good governance. He directed the committee members to provide their commitment as Nigerians waited to know how the huge sums of money were used. The committee, which has 17 members, is chaired by Jibrin Isa, representing Kogi East. He said the constitution of this committee is a testament to the Senate's unwavering commitment to transparency, accountability, and good governance. It reflects our dedication to addressing the concerns of Nigerian people and upholding the principles of democracy. Now, to the members of the esteemed committee, I implore you to approach your responsibility with the utmost sense of patriotism, professionalism, and integrity. Your investigations demand impartiality and fairness, always keeping the public interest and the welfare of our nation at the forefront. He went on further to say, we must leave no stone unturned in our pursuit of the truth. Therefore, conduct thorough inquiries and dig out information that will assist the Senate in making laws for the betterment of our country. Isa assured the Senate of committee commitment to do a thorough job. The inauguration of the committee was attended by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, CBN Governor Olayemi Cardozo, the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Amadin, the Auditor General of the Federation, Shaka Chira, the Director General of Debt Management Office, Patience Oniha, beneficiary ministries, departments, and agencies and institutions. So, let's see. Maybe do you give the president that insight into what that money was used for? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now, in line with the governance of the country, Buhari has lauded Tinubu, saying Nigeria is complex to govern. The immediate past president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has lauded President Bola Tinubu for his attempts at reworking the country since he took over Nigeria on May 29, maintaining that Nigeria remains a complex nation to govern. Now, speaking when he received the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Bashir Adeniyi, and members of the management team in Douara, Katsina State, Buhari said the that there is not much anybody can do to help Nigeria at this point. On assumption of office, Tinubu had removed the controversial petrol subsidy and thereafter attempted to float the naira against the other currencies. Policies that, though popular at the time, have caused economic hardship. In a quote, he said, "Thank you very much for coming. I very much appreciate it. I thought Tinubu has done very well," Buhari said, before adding, "Nigeria is so complex. Really, there isn't much anybody can do." So virtually, the former president is thrown in the towel. Did he throw in the towel before he came out, or his tenure was over? Again, when he received the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Bashir Adeni, remembers, apologies there. Buhari led Nigeria for 2 terms of 8 years after he had been military president in the 80s. He declined to withdraw Nigeria's expensive fuel subsidy regime, citing the need to protect the poor and vulnerable. In the 8 years he was president, Buhari also defended the naira, refusing to allow market forces determine the value. Policies that have now been overturned by the current administration. This was the first time Buhari describing Nigeria as difficult. In November last year, he equally described Nigerians as a difficult people to govern. Buhari further stated that during his 8-year tenure as president, he did his best to move the country forward across various sectors, but maintained that Nigerians are different because they think they should be in charge, not you. My personal experience leading Nigeria is that it is extremely difficult. People know their rights. They think they should be there and not you. It's virtually every step, and you have to struggle day and night to see that you're competent. I don't think I took Nigerians for granted. In a quote, he further said, "God gave me the opportunity to serve my country, but I did my best. But whether my best was good enough, I leave it for people to judge," he had told the state-owned television. He did it his own way. Posterity is the judge. But what do you see after his tenure as a president? Looking at this 30 trillion naira thing that even the CBN was involved in giving to government to do stuff. What do you think about all that? Well, it is Starr Radio UK. Now, the president is doing his best to make sure that he brings or put Nigeria back on the stage where it has to be. The President Bola Tinubu has indicated readiness to end the perennial farmers-herders clashes in Nigeria. He promised to draw up programs that will end the problem within 3 weeks. The president gave the assurance yesterday at the inauguration of a mechanized agriculture project in Mina, Niger State. He said state governors should provide lands to facilitate his scheme. His words, "We must reorient our farming population, including livestock programs." I don't see why Nigeria can't feed all our people with 1 pint of milk a day if the dairy system is well harnessed. I know what it means as an economic sabotage for cows to eat up the crops and vegetation of our land. When we reorient the herders and make provisions for cattle rearing, governors must provide the land. And I, as the president, is committed to giving you in 2 to 3 weeks a time comprehensive program that will solve this problem. Now, let me bring the details of that. Okay, yes, yeah. So he said he's going to within 3 weeks sort that out, provided the governors give the lands that he's talking about. The Nigerian leader therefore appealed to state governors to start paying the wage awarding pending determination of a new minimum wage to reduce the hardship in the country. He implied that if the states had implemented the awards, it would have provided the much needed relief without causing inflationary pressures. Tinubu stated that all states need to adopt initiative, adding that the National Executive Council will also adopt it. He said, let's all the states start paying the wage awards, whatever they are taking now, plus the wage awards, will relieve the public. Please, I'm not giving an order. I'm only appealing to you states to do the needful. Federal also said that the federal government will soon commence the student loan and social security schemes for the elderly, vulnerable, and the weak. So let's see what is going to happen. He says he's going to, sort out the menace of the cattle rearers and farmers, where that has caused loss of lives, and we've seen people's farms run over and destroyed. But what do you think about that? More going to become your way. Maybe he has definitely a magic wand to wave. What about that? Now, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to consider reopening the Nigerian borders to ease food crisis. Now, Yusuf made the appeal when he received the Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Service Bashir Adeniyi at Government House in Kano. He lamented severe hunger in the country, which he blamed on hike of prices of commodities. According to the governor, an immediate intervention that can make food available and affordable is the reopening of the borders to facilitate importation of commodities. He added, "We wish to appreciate the President's intervention in the ongoing National Food Initiative for considering Kano as a host of the initiative to be launched, believing that the program will cushion the effect of food scarcity if implemented." At the meeting, Yusuf noted the hardship faced by Nigerians, particularly as the Ramadan commences, and underscored the need to open borders to alleviate the suffering of the people. He also applauded the initiative by customs to commence distribution of food items to citizens in Kano amid prevailing hardship and hunger faced by many, urging the service to ensure the gesture reaches most Nigerians. In his remarks, Adewale reiterated the significance of fortifying the bond between the service and Kano community, emphasizing the service commitment to collaboration and mutual understanding. He said he would implement policies that will facilitate businesses and foster engagement with stakeholders. Adewale also stated that the service had made arrangements to address food scarcity and hardship in Kano by distributing essential food items to residents. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's move on to other parts of Africa as well, and let's look at some of the stories making the rounds there. Rwanda's President Paul Kagame has confirmed his readiness to engage in talks with Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, in order to tackle the ongoing crisis in Eastern Congo. This announcement follows mediation efforts led by the Angolan government, with President João Lourenço serving as the African Union mediator in the DR Congo crisis. The agreement was reached after a meeting held in Luanda, Angola's capital, between President Kagame and President Lourenço. Angola's Foreign Minister Tete Antonio informed the press that President Kagame had agreed to meet President Tshisekedi at a time to be determined by the mediator. Now, Minister Antonio further revealed that both Rwanda and the DR Congo have consented to the meeting, with the ministerial delegation from both countries actively working towards facilitating the dialogue. Rwandan presidency released a statement indicating that both leaders had agreed on key steps towards addressing the root cause of the conflict, signaling a potential breakthrough in resolving the crisis. So hopefully we'll have some good news the next few days or weeks to come. The earlier, of course, the better. Starr Radio UK news coming from other parts of the world. Now, some 27 million South Africans are already registered to cast a ballot on May 29 in the country's pivotal national election. In the past polls, some contested have consistently predicted the ruling African National Congress could lose its majority in parliament for the first time. And since the ruling African National Congress came to power with the fall of apartheid 30 years ago, it has always won a single national election. Now, several polls, however, project the party, once led by Nelson Mandela, will slip below 50% of the vote. The Johannesburg-based Brenthurst Foundation editors note the foundation was established by the Oppenheimer family, unveiled in an election on March 8th. The survey conducted by Sabi Strategy earlier this year shows that the South African nation will almost certainly have a coalition government after this election, as the ANC has said, further to 39% of the vote. 1,506 registered voters participated in the survey. But does that actually reflect what is going to be happening on the D-Day? Let's see what happens on that front. So come your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Ethiopian and representatives from the regional state of Tigray held talks on Monday aimed at resolving the lingering issues about the implementation of a ceasefire agreement reached in November 2022. The deal, signed in Pretoria, South Africa, helped end more than 2 years of deadly fighting. Under the accord, Tigray People's Liberation Front, the TPLF, agreed to disarm, demobilize, and to hand over heavy weapons to the federal army. Ethiopia will in exchange scale up the provision of humanitarian assistance, remove the presence of foreign forces, and fund the reconstruction of war-affected areas. But Tigray's leaders have accused Addis Ababa of reneging on the deal and refusing to implement key clauses of the understanding brokered by the African Union. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo and Kenyan Uhuru Kenyatta are mediating the talks. The fighting started in 2020 when TPLF fighters attacked federal troops stationed in Tigray, killing soldiers and stealing weapons. Well, so they're going to have the weapons back. So hopefully that will quell any future or store any future problems of war coming up again. The final story before I go to Ghana as well. The head of the country's representatives of Libya's rival administration have pledged to form a unified government. The head of the country's presidential council, the speaker of the Eastern-based House of Representatives, and the head of the Western-based High Council of State met on Sunday in Cairo, Egypt. The meeting was convened by the Arab League Secretary General. The attendees agreed on the following. First, emphasizing on the sovereignty, independence, and the unity of the Libyan soil, and rejection of any foreign intervention that affects the Libyan political process negatively. Ahmed Abdul Gate said. The second, considering the political agreement and what follows it, a technical committee will be formed within a given time framework to look into proper amendments that expand the base of consensus in the work that was executed by the 6-6 committee and to finalize the unsettled matters regarding the points of disagreement in according to the legislation in force. So let's see what happens on that front. The 6-6 committee is the joint committee of the House of Representatives and High Council of State for the preparation of the electoral law. How would that pan out well for them? Let's see. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:30. If you want to hop in, you want to share your take or in anything or any of the discuss, feel free to do so. Let's take a quick break and I'll be with you. Stay tuned. Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa will provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 11:31. You want to call in 02081332257. And you can text us. It is 0753-966-1744. 0753-966-1744. Our X handle is Star Radio UK and email address is info@starradio.uk. Wherever you are, just feel free and just get in touch. Get in touch. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to the rest of the stories making the rounds before we bring the program to a close. As I did announce, BB Clement is holding a Women in Business Networking branch on the 23rd of March. And from, that is 23rd of March, okay, at Clockwise 50 Station Road, Wood Green. The postcode is N227DE. The nearest tube station is Wood Green Piccadilly line. This is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, early bird fee is £30 and it ends on the 1st of March, which it has actually ended. But if you're nice and you get there, BB Clement can give you a discount. She was talking to me a moment ago and she was telling me that. But fee per person is £35. Okay, to register, go to Eventbrite or email bb@bbclement.com or call 0208-316-5386. BB Clement, a speaker, a trainer, and a business consultant. Women Business Networking brand. Okay, all right then. And that advert is sponsored by Jenny Starr. Okay, now let's move on. From Ghana as well, who will be the best person to oversee security when it comes to the 2024 general election in Ghana? A civil society organization, Center for Democratic Development, Ghana, says the current Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Kufu Dampare, has held a number of successful by-elections under his tenure. This comes on the back of the demise of Member of Parliament for Ejiso John Kuma. Dr. John Kuma had been battling an undisclosed illness for some time, leading him to seek treatment in Germany. And despite his health challenges, he returned to Ghana to ensure the passage of critical revenue measures in the 2024 budget after the minority threatened rejection. The sudden loss of the Deputy Finance Minister had deeply affected Parliament, with Deputy Finance Minister and MP for Etiwa East, this is Abena Osei Asare, weeping uncontrollably upon hearing the news. The program, the CDD Ghana, Mr. Paul, manager for the CDD Ghana, Mr. Paul Aborampa Mensah, disclosed that unlike past by-elections that have resulted in challenges, those incidents have not happened under Dr. Dampare. The IGP established the Election Security Task Force and did a good show in all the by-elections that we've had. Unlike Tripoli, Asankarakwa, and other places, here all the by-elections that we've had in this era, we have not had any serious issues around them. So I think the experiments by the Election Security Task Force will carry us through the main election, Mr. Aborampa stated. Now, it goes on further to say, now touching on the impending 2024 general elections, the program's manager indicated that the process so far between the Electoral Commission and the political parties had been cordial. The Electoral Commission has shared its calendar for the elections with the parties, so we are aware of what is happening. So all in all, I can say the environment is conducive for the elections, and we hope it continues that way, Mr. Abrompa stated. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's now move on to one other story from Ghana, and then we will cross over to other parts of the world, and then notably looking into the UK here with everything that is going on. Parliament's debate on the State of the Nations was suspended for an hour on March 11 yesterday due to the rising tensions over statement by the majority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin. His reference to the National Democratic Congress running mate Professor Nana Jeno-Poku-Agyeman as an old person who failed as education minister did not sit well with the minority caucus, triggering a demand for a retraction and an apology. Mr. Speaker, it is the same old NDC. It is the same old John Mahama. Mr. Speaker, perish the thought, should he even get the opportunity. He has only 4 years constitutionally. Mr. Speaker, there will be no sense of urgency in him because he has nothing to lose. Even if you look at his choice of running mate, he could not get somebody that one could say that they are planning for the future. The person is over 70 years old. There is no succession plan. Mr. Speaker, from day one, the government will be in crisis. Mr. Speaker, they went to pick a very old person who could not perform at the education ministry. Afenyo-Markin said before the deputy minority chief whip, Ahmed Ibrahim, rose to issue a spirited rebuttal to the majority leader. In the back and forth that ensued, MPs on the minority bench stood up loud demanding retraction and apology for Afenyo-Markin from Afenyo-Markin, hence disrupting whatever submission he was making. Okay, just bear with me whilst I take a quick break and I'll be with you. Listeners, my sincere apologies for that as well. Yeah. I was interrupted. But thank you all for bearing with me. As I did say, not feeling that great, but yes. Okay, so now let's move on straight to some of the other stories. So, well, the speaker, the leader of parliament, should I put it that way? Has called from the ruling party, the majority leader has called the the running mate of John Mahama as an old person. She being 70 years, and think that she was a failure in her role as a minister then, and now that they should have taken maybe a younger person or something. And we know that the former president made a choice in Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang. But if you want a younger person to be the running mate, somebody will say, let's take stock with the current flag bearer of the MPP, that is the vice president, Bawumia, younger as he might be. Now, what input with his contribution, how has that actually helped the people in Ghana? That is a problem. That is the issue. But well, whatever the situation is, we're going to be talking more about all this in a moment. Or wherever you are, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, now let's move on straight to some other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world at 17 minutes to the top of the hour. Okay, straight to Haiti. When a country's leader resigns, they are often described as embattled. That description could not be more fitting for Haiti's Ariel Henry. Mr. Henry, the country's prime minister since July 2021, announced on Monday that he will step down as soon as transitional council was created to replace him. His resignation had seemed inevitable as a wave of gang violence swept through the capital, making it impossible for him to return from a trip abroad. But in truth, his troubles predate the latest chapter in his country's descent into chaos. And Mr. Henry, a neurosurgeon by profession, was named prime minister at the beginning of July 2021 by the then president, Jovenel Moïse. The protesters were demanding that the president resigns, arguing that he had overstayed his term. And Mr. Moïse often spoke of dark forces he said were out to get him. Then he was brutally murdered by a group of Colombian mercenaries. In the days which followed the assassination, confusion reigned as to who should lead the country. Mr. Henry had not been sworn in. It took 13 days, presided over by his predecessor Claude Joseph, before he was. It did not get any better. Speaking at the ceremony on July 2021, the Prime Minister promised to restore order and new presidential election as soon as possible. That time never came in his 32 months in power. On elections, no elections were held. Mr. Henry argued that the security situation had deteriorated so much that free and fair polls were not possible. Now, during this time, Haitians grew increasingly impatient as rising gang violence mixed with political impotence. On 7th of February this year, the day that the new president traditionally takes office in Haiti, demonstrators took to the streets of the capital to demand Mr. Henry's resignation. Mr. Henry responded by stating he planned to hold election by August 2025. This only seemed to further infuriated Haitians. Now, the prospect of another year and a half of Mr. Henry in power was seen by some analysts as the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, other points to his visit to Kenya at the end of February as a trigger for the last wave of violence. Now, Kenya has agreed to lead a multinational police force to be deployed to Haiti to help fight the gangs which are behind the wave of kidnappings and murders which has blighted the capital. But the plan hit a snag when Kenyan High Court blocked it. Mr. Henry traveled to Nairobi at the end of February for talks with Kenyan President William Ruto to try to revive their deployment. Opponents of Mr. Henry feared that he would or could try to use foreign police officers to protect himself and continue to prop up his own power base. The fact that a wave of coordinated gang attacks swept through the capital just as Mr. Henry met President Ruto is no coincidence. The gangs blockaded Tuzon Louverture Airport to prevent Mr. Henry from returning, and he has been stuck in Puerto Rico ever since. Now, for 10 years, he did not speak publicly. A smattering of social media posts saw him congratulate a Haitian radio station on its anniversary and reminding people that the clock was going forward. He finally reappeared on Monday to announce he will step down immediately after the installation of a transition council. While it is unclear when that will be, it will be hard for Mr. Henry to wield any influence while in effective exile in Puerto Rico. Okay, what is the way forward for him? And Haiti, can it ever be rescued with everything menace that is going on? Well, listeners, this is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards have been found dead in the U.S. John Barnett had worked for Boeing for 32 years until his retirement in 2017. In the days before his death, he had been given evidence in a whistleblower's lawsuit against the company. Now, Boeing said it was saddened to hear of Mr. Barnett's passing. The Chelsea County coroner confirmed his death on Monday. He said the 62-year-old had died from a self-inflicted wound on the 9th of March and police were investigating. Mr. Barnett had worked for the U.S. plane giant for 32 years until his retirement in 2017 on health grounds. Now, from 2010, he worked as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant, making the 787 Dreamliner a state-of-the-art airliner used mainly on long-haul routes. In 2019, Mr. Barnett said to the BBC that under pressure, workers had been deliberately fitting substandard parts to aircraft on the production line. He also said he had uncovered serious problems with oxygen system, which could mean 1 in 4 breathing masks would not work in an emergency. He says soon after starting work in South Carolina, he had become concerned that the push to get new aircraft built meant the assembly process was rushed and safety was compromised, something the company has denied. He also told the BBC that the workers had failed to follow procedures intended to track components through the factory, allowing defective components to go missing. He said also, in some cases, some standard parts had been removed from scrap bins and fitted to planes that were being built to prevent delays on the production line. He also claimed that the tests on emergency oxygen systems due to be fitted to the 787 showed a failure rate of 25%, meaning that 1 in 4 will fail to deploy in a real-life emergency. Mr. Barnett said he had alerted managers to his concerns, but no action had been taken. Boeing denied his assertions. However, a 2017 review by the U.S. regulator, the Federal Aviation Administration, did uphold some of Mr. Barnett's concerns. It established that the location of at least 53 non-conforming parts in the factory was unknown and that they were considered lost. Boeing was ordered to take remedial action. On the oxygen cylinder issues, the company said that in 2017 it had identified some oxygen bottles received from their suppliers that were not deploying properly, but it did deny that any of them were actually fitted on aircraft. After retiring, he embarked on a long-running legal action against the company. He accused it of denigrating his character and hampering his career because of the issues he pointed out. Charges rejected by Boeing. At this time of his death, Mr. Barnett had been in Charleston for legal interviews linked to the case. Now, last week, he gave a formal deposition in which he was questioned by Boeing's lawyers before being cross-examined by his own counsel. He had been due to undergo further questioning on Saturday. When he did not appear, inquiries were made at his hotel. He was subsequently found dead in his truck in the hotel car park. In a statement, Boeing said, "We are saddened by Mr. Barnett's passing, and our thoughts are with his family and friends." Well, I bet you the family will be calling for an investigation ASAP. One final story, and then we come to the UK, and then we can bring the program to a close, as I did say. But remember, at 1:30, we have BB Clement coming your way with BB Means Business. Now, U.S. lawmakers will grill Special Counsel Robert Hur on Tuesday, weeks after his report into Biden's handling of classified documents shook Washington. The reports found Mr. Biden willfully retained troves of files but declined to charge him with a crime. Mr. Hur said a jury will review the president as well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory in comments that enraged the White House. Now, voter concerns over Mr. Biden's age means Republicans will focus on the remarks. The party has been stoking claims for months that the 81-year-old is not mentally fit to serve a second term in the White House, with polling suggesting that a significant proportion of voters are also worried about Mr. Biden's mental acuity. Now, Mr. Hur alleged in his February report that the president struggled to recall major events from his time serving as vice president and could not remember when exactly his term in office had begun. The president was quick to refute the report's claims that he was suffering from memory issues, telling reporters, "I am well-meaning and I'm an elderly man and I know what the hell I am doing." Now, while the special counsel said Mr. Biden had willfully retained scores of documents, some of which he stored in insecure locations, including his garage, a jury was unlikely to convict him. But Republicans have continued to attack Mr. Biden and have criticized Mr. Hur's refusal to charge him, comparing it with similar charges filed against former President Donald Trump. Having a poor memory does not absolve you from violating the Espionage Act. Being old and elderly does not absolve you from violating the Espionage Act, Florida Rep. Byron Donalds said on Fox News. Well, listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. What should he have said instead? Okay. I had some breaking news coming through. Let me see if I could bring that your way as well. We don't have details of it, but it says 5 people have been injured after a car crashed into the Windsor Castle wall. What happened? Okay. Listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. Now, in the UK, a senior minister has said a Tory donor's alleged comments about Diana Abbott were clearly inappropriate, but people should move on. Mel Stride said Frank Hester's alleged comments the MP made him want to hate all black women were not race-based. But what was it then? Mr. Hester has apologized for making rude comments about Miss Abbott, but his remarks had nothing to do with gender nor color of skin. Now, Sir Keir Starmer said, "I don't buy that. They should be called out." Now, the Guardian reports Mr. Hester, who gave the Conservative £10 million last year, made remarks about Miss Abbott while criticizing a female executive at another organization during a meeting at his company's headquarters in 2019. The newspaper reported that he went on to say, it is like trying not to be racist, but you see, Diana Abbott on the TV, you just like, I hate you. I hate. You just want to hate all black women because she is there. And I don't hate all black women at all, but I think she should be shot. The executive and Diana Abbott need to be shot. At the time, Miss Abbott, who is currently suspended as a Labour MP, was Shadow Home Secretary under former leader Jeremy Corbyn. The BBC had not heard a recording or been able to independently verify, and we've not been able to. We don't have the privy to verify it. But Mr. Hess's spokesperson said his statement is not a confirmation of the alleged quotes in the guidance. Speaking to records, Mrs. Wright said, I think the critical point here is I don't think what he was saying was a gender-based or race-based comment, but it was clearly inappropriate. He has apologized, and I think we need to move on from that. Well, he gave you 10 million, right? Listeners, this is Star Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, where we're going to be bringing the program to a close just in a moment. A cross-party committee of MPs is questioning church leader and Home Office representatives about the role Christianity plays in UK asylum application. Today, the Home Office committee hearing comes after it emerged that a man who is believed to have carried out an attack in Clapham, South London, was granted asylum after converting from Islam. Abdul Shakur Ezedi is alleged to have poured an alkali on his ex-partner, injuring her and her two young children before going on the run. He was later found dead in the Thames. Reverend Matthew Firth, a former priest in Darlington, tells the committee he saw a pattern of people requesting baptism after having asylum claims rejected. He previously wrote in the Telegraph that church was being used as a conveyor belt for asylum claims. By the Right Reverend Gurley Francis Decani, Bishop of Chelmsford, says the church does not have evidence to support this, and she does not believe there is abuse going on. Former Home Secretary Suella Braverman accused churches around the country of facilitating industrial-scale bogus asylum claims, something the Church of England has denied. Well. Listeners, this is Star Radio UK. This is your favorite African Caribbean radio station in London. This is where I bring the program to a close for today. I'll be coming your way tomorrow with another edition of the morning show. Before that, as we get ready to go, remember BB Clement is going to be coming your way this afternoon with BB Means Business. And remember the 23rd of March, the Women in Business Networking branch will be taking place as well. It'll be happening at Clockwise 50 Station Road, Wood Green. The postcode is N227DE. The nearest tube station is Wood Green Piccadilly Line. The program will take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The fees are £35 per person. And if you want to register, go to Eventbrite or email bb@bbclement.com or call 0208 316 5386. Thank you very, very much. But, well, this is where I bring the program to a close. As I did say earlier on, this afternoon, 1:30, BB in the house, bringing you everything that you need to know. But on that note, let me say God richly bless you. Take a quick break, and then I bring you the music that you want. On that note, let me say it once again. It's been a pleasure coming your way. With me, Archie, and I say have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
The problem of Africa is the lead. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the lead. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees. Big degrees. 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 Big degrees. MSc in stealing. Bachelor of Arts, mismanagement. Another degree. Masters in looting. MSc in corruption, Bachelor of Science, nepotism, MSc.
Thanks for listening.
Bachelor of Arts in discipline, MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the lead. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the lead. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to London, London School of Fools, where they were awarded degree.